On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what Jquan. A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off this morning with some updates from yesterday morning's story. Now, the last thing I spoke about, if memory serves me correct, is that classes at the Pembroke Hall Primary School in St. Andrew was suspended yesterday because a man who is said to be the security guard was taken out in a hail of bullets. Now, in this morning's report, I'm updating you as it relates to that. Now, the classes at the Pembroke Hall High School was suspended yesterday after students stumbled upon the lifeless body of the night watchman. So he was not the daytime security guard, but the nighttime watchman. Now it is said that he was taken out by criminal elements the night before, so that's Tuesday night, sometime around 10 p.m. And his body was left for dead beside his motor vehicle. So you know, sometime some parents have to go work, so them drop off them youth at school really early. So a student was dropped off at school sometime around 6:30 a.m. and stumbled upon his lifeless body. The deceased man has since been identified as this man presently on your screen, 62-year-old Owen Mardner, but he is more popularly known as Chris, said to be from a Waltham Park area. Now, can you imagine being a child? It's a primary school, so the oldest child would be like 11, 12, thereabout, and stumbled upon a man who you know as the guardy or sickie or whatsoever them call him, stumbled upon him with a portion of gunshot wound all over the upper body and head. Boy, may I tell you, that no look good. That's supposed to be rather traumatizing for that young child. Now we're going to hear from the superintendent in charge of the St. Andrew South Police Division, that's Superintendent Damian Mandison, as he weighs in on this latest spate of violence in his police division. Listen.
Nobody apparently raised any alarm after hearing the explosions, but students upon coming to school this morning at minutes to 7 stumbled upon the lifeless body. Alarm was made and we came onto the scene. We're still trying to piece things together. This situation is much uncertain as to exactly what is or what could have led to this. From all indications, he would have been surprised and shot several times. We are still here, providing answers. I know school has been dismissed, but my coming to safety and security team is here, led by our territorial officer, Ms. Walters, providing some counseling, providing some support for the staff. We're still here. Much of the teachers are still here, and we'll be galvanizing some support from our CBCs, from Restorative Justice, and our other partners to come in here tomorrow, because I know the children, of course, would have been emotionally disturbed by this situation.
I'm in total agreement. Grief counseling is definitely needed for all students and staff of the Primbakal Primary School, especially for that particular student that stumbled upon the lifeless body of the night watchman. Really horrific and gruesome discovery indeed for a child to see. Now, another update, my peeps, over there in Western Jamaica, in the parish of Hanover, where the lifeless body of a Hanover woman was found along the roadway. And the most heartfelt thing about it is that her 2-year-old child was standing over her lifeless body on the ground, crying for his mother. The woman in question has since been identified as 30-year-old Britney Gibbs, presently on your screen, said to be of a Woodland District address. Now, reports from eyewitness stated that a motor vehicle was driving along the roadway when loud explosions were heard. The motor vehicle stopped abruptly and the lifeless body of the 30-year-old Britney Gibbs was shoved from the motor vehicle along with that of her 2-year-old child. The vehicle then sped off and the criminal elements made good their escape. No one knows for sure why she was taken out in such an horrific way. But the thing is, her son witnessed the brutal slaughter of his mother at just 2 years old. Do we have any idea as to the type of trauma that can have on a young child? That can be traumatizing for us as grown adults, grown-ups, grown people, much less a 2-year-old child. That child will be scarred forever. I know some may say I'm just 2 and he might not understand. No matter how young you are, when it comes on to your mother, that attachment that you have to your mother from in the womb, trust me, you will understand. The child was standing over the lifeless body of his mother, crying. Boy, I don't know. The hearts of men has become desperately wicked. Now over there in the neighboring parish of St. James, the criminal elements strike again, this time brawling about 10 a.m. in the morning yesterday, Wednesday. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. The man them say the now deceased man identified by his alias as 45 and full him up a can right at the intersection, basically at the corner of Union and King Street, just a stone throw away from Sam Sharp Square in the town capital. The man them deal with the situation grimy. People are go about them lawful business and affair run, hop and skip and dodge can when time can a beat. A few knees and elbows got bruised off. Yeah man, them deal with it a certain type of way. But the thing is, you know, my peeps, yesterday was supposed to be the rollout of a whole heap of beat and foot type of policing in a Montego Bay proper in the town centre to alleviate these type of atrocities. But that was delayed, so I guess this morning they will have their official rollout. So residents, patrons, people going about them lawful business in and around the parish capital of Mobay, you will most definitely see an increase of police personnel on the ground starting this morning. Now over there in the parish of Portland, the police have listed 2 criminal elements who are deemed wanted by them. The first criminal element is presently on your screen identified as Andrew Bennett, but more popularly known in the streets as Bad Pig or Bad Hog. Now this criminal element here is wanted for shop breaking and larceny. He frequents the Bonebrook Road area and Port Antonio in Portland. Now if seen, contact the nearest police station. The next criminal element has since been identified as Shamarlo Buckley, otherwise known as Marlo. This criminal element here is wanted for a hold on and take type of situation. He frequents Reach District, Portland, and also Kingston. Now anyone knowing the whereabouts of Shamarlo Buckley aka Marlo, please contact the nearest police station. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled community of Denham Town in the Kingston Western Police Division, it has been reported to On The Spot News Media that there was a fatal knockings and clappings by the security forces in the community of Denham Town, a section known as Golden Heights, last night. Now, the man in question that lost his life is presently on your screen, and he has since been identified as Kingman, his alias, in the streets. Now, information reaching On The Spot News Media is that army personnel who is based in Denham Town have drones hovering above various different parts of the Kingston Western Police Division. Now, the criminal element was seen on the drone with a firearm. The soldiers on the ground was alerted by the drone operator and they went in search for the criminal element. It is said that upon seeing the man, he did what he should not have. Him pop off him chops, knock it and clap it upon the soldier them. It is said that the soldiers returned the fire and he was fatally taken out. Now, residents are refuting the claim, stating that he just came from work. Soldiers saw him walking in the scheme, took him behind a building and just wet him up. Just like that. I mean, I talk about them throw a cup of water or a bucket of water upon him, type of wet up. We are talking about them rain some can upon him, type of wet up. So that is the allegations by the citizens. Now On The Spot News Media most definitely will do some more checks into his fatal knockings and clappings and update you in subsequent newscast. Now the last thing that we are going to talk about is a knockings and clappings that took place up by Burnside Valley District, that is in Red Hills, St. Andrew, where 3 men get caught up, 2 fatally so, in what appears to be an ambush by criminal elements. It is said that the men who get caught up in a Burnside Valley in Red Hills are not from the area. Now, videos circulating on social media saw the mother of this man identified as Jquan crying her eyes out, or should I say, bawling and wailing, heavily so, asking God, what have she done so wicked to deserve such a painful sight of seeing her son laying lifeless in bushes. Now, videos received by On The Spot News Media showed her son laying face down in a heavily vegetated area, and just across from him laid lifeless another young man. It is said that both men are in their early 20s. Young youth them no live no life yet. Now on the Spot News Media is not for sure if the two men that lost their lives are criminal elements or they are just passers-by who stray go in some territories that they should not have. So I will most definitely be making checks into the personalities of the deceased and seek to uncover as to why they were taken out in such a fashion. Now, before I go, something was literally just sent to me that I consider to be rather bizarre, as classes was suspended at the Sydney Pagan STEM Academy School, and that is located in St. Elizabeth. The classes were suspended yesterday morning, that's Wednesday morning, after a female teacher who, what is said to have a suspected mental health breakdown. But a video is being circulating on social media platforms where the teacher was seen taking the life of a chicken and praying in the school's compound. The praying part of it is okay, but why the slaughter of a chicken? Now on the Spot News Media will most definitely be making some checks to see if we could get a better insight on what actually happened at the Sydney Pagan STEM School Academy in St. Elizabeth. Boy, may I tell you, just when I thought I've seen it all, then this. Now remember, my peeps, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.